I sent my sister flowers anonymously and made her husband upset. My sister Jenna called me on a Tuesday afternoon while I was eating leftover pizza at my desk. She sounded exhausted, like she hadn't slept in days. We usually catch up every couple weeks, but this time was different. Her voice kept cracking and I could hear her trying not to cry. She told me work had been brutal. Her boss kept piling extra projects on her, and she felt like she was drowning in everything. I asked if she was okay, and she just went quiet for a few seconds before saying she was fine, but I knew she wasn't. After we hung up, I felt terrible. Jenna's always been the person who takes care of everyone else and never complains. When our mom was sick 3 years ago, Jenna handled everything while working full-time. She never asks for help, so I wanted to do something nice for her, something to brighten her day. I googled flower shops near her office and found one called Petals and Stems about 2 blocks away. I called them up and ordered a bouquet of sunflowers because those are her favorite. The lady on the phone asked what I wanted on the card. I just said, "Thinking of you," because I figured that was sweet and simple. She asked for my name and I told her, then paid with my credit card over the phone. The whole thing took maybe 5 minutes. I went back to work and forgot about it completely. Around 4 that afternoon, my phone rang from an unknown number. It was the florist. The woman sounded really stressed out and apologetic. She said a man had been calling their shop over and over for the past hour, demanding to know who sent flowers to his wife. She said he was yelling and threatening to come down there if they didn't tell him. She explained they have a strict policy about keeping sender information private, but this guy wouldn't stop calling. He kept saying his wife was cheating on him and he needed to know who sent the flowers immediately. I was confused for a second, then it clicked. The man was obviously my brother-in-law, Greg. I told the florist it was fine to give him my name and number. She sounded relieved and thanked me like crazy before hanging up. 10 minutes later, Greg called me. He didn't even say hello, just started going off immediately. He said Jenna called him all happy about receiving flowers at work and assumed they were from him. When he told her he didn't send any flowers, she got confused. Then Greg apparently lost it and accused her of seeing someone else. He said if she wasn't cheating, then who would send her flowers with a romantic note? I tried to interrupt and explain, but he just kept talking over me, asking why I would send his wife flowers like some creep. I finally got a word in and told him Jenna called me earlier really upset, and I wanted to cheer her up. That's it. Nothing weird, nothing romantic, just a brother trying to help his sister feel better. Greg went quiet for a second, then said, "Oh," in this really flat voice. Then he hung up without apologizing or saying anything else. I immediately called Jenna to explain. She picked up and I could tell she'd been crying hard. She said Greg came home early from work and they'd been fighting for 2 hours straight. He kept saying the flowers were suspicious and asking why her own brother would send them anonymously. She told him I probably just forgot to sign my name, but Greg wasn't buying it. He said it was weird that I didn't tell her I was sending them. He kept bringing up how the note said "thinking of you," which apparently sounded like something a boyfriend would write, not a brother. Jenna said Greg went through her phone while she was in the bathroom, checking all her messages and call logs. He even looked at her work email. She was furious about the invasion of privacy, and they got into an even bigger fight about trust. Now Greg was sleeping in the guest room and barely talking to her. I felt horrible. I was just trying to do something nice and somehow made everything worse. Jenna said it wasn't my fault, but I could hear in her voice she was more stressed now than before I sent the stupid flowers. She said Greg had always been a bit jealous, but never like this. He'd never accused her of cheating before or gone through her stuff. The next day, Jenna texted me that Greg still wasn't talking to her much. He left for work without saying goodbye and didn't respond to her messages all day. She said the flowers were sitting on the kitchen counter, and every time Greg walked past them, he'd glare at them like they personally insulted him. By Thursday, things got even messier. Jenna called me crying again, saying Greg told his mom about the flower situation.